Well, thanks for joining us, bro. Well, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I mean, I'm not glad that I have to be here.
Yeah.
You know.
So I was telling Carver about you before the show. So I'll set this up. You can interject and add whatever else. All right.
Okay.
So Emery here had a post on Reddit our Juggalo where he said the Joker had scammed him. Right. So he had this 12-minute video of like him showing text messages between him and the Joker where he had bought in to he had donated money to essentially like give to Joker so he could do something, and then he was going to give you a return on your investment.
Correct. Yeah.
So
in 1 to 2 months, according to the original PayPal request.
Yeah, and this was back in what, 2019?
2019. Yeah.
Okay. So
it was when the JLS ANR, where he was kind of trying to, I guess, promote whole albums for new artists. And, you know, I had been a fan, and I thought he had good production quality, so that seemed like a reasonable thing that he could do.
Sure. And, you know, I don't know if you've ever watched our show. I can't assume, but we actually did an interview with the Joker a couple years ago.
Okay.
We had him on. I'm like you. The reason I reached out to you, man, is because I relate to you. Honestly, like I was a huge fucking Joker fan. Like when Coming Home, or I'm sorry, not Coming Home. God knows when we'll see that. When Welcome to the Show came out. All right.
I mean, I can vouch for that. I'm not sure how long ago. I remember 10 years ago, this man was all loving. Yeah, so.
I bought all the albums he had on the site. Like I bought the signed versions. I had a Joker shirt. Like I was all in on Joker. Told people about him. Yada yada. It took a turn for me when he started. Like I didn't like when he started doing all the dissing and shit like that. I was in for like the lore. I liked the Joker shit. You know.
Yeah, his first album, Open the Show, was really, really well done. It's a good album. It's good music. It's an interesting story, and I bought into it. I was a long-term fan, and I was hoping that would continue. He had the idea of the Joker's legacy, and it seemed like it was supposed to keep going.
Yeah, it was cool.
It kind of turned into the disses. Right?
so I checked out around there and I started being like, fuck this. All he wants to do is to me it looked like he was just using the dissing to get viewers and people in ears and shit, you know. So I was like, man, like this isn't what I signed up for when I started becoming a fan of this guy. So fuck this. So anyways, I shit talked him. I had podcasts back then, and like I shit talked him. Like I did all kinds of stuff. It never got back to him. We were small chump change shit, but so then when he came out with this new like Coming Home shit, he released the Juggalo song video.
Right.
He was coming on podcasts and shit, so I reached out to him. I was like, hey, man, you want to come on our podcast to talk about it? I went into listening to that song and checking out that video very skeptical. I was like, this is going to be some dissing Juggalo shit. Here we go. And then it was different. And I was like, okay. So I wanted to have him on the show to talk about that, you know? Anyways, I'm only telling you this so that you know that we do have a little bit of a history with the Joker. But I personally am very critical of him. Like, I want to like him. I think he's talented, but he fucks up every chance he gets. He squanders every opportunity, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was a fan for a really long time until this happened. Really, yeah. Even with the dissing with the Hobson thing, you know, I felt he was in the right, and it seemed like he was vindicated later on. The Tech Nine thing, you know, was a little, but
yeah,
you know, yeah, it just seems like he had something good going, and then it kind of he finds a way to shoot himself in the foot.
Yeah, it's like he loses sight of what's what's important, you know. He's so I actually I reached out during our show. We actually had a really nice chat with him. Like he seemed pretty down to earth. Like we enjoyed it. Now you won't find that episode online because unfortunately, the audio was fucked up for that episode. And I tried to reach out to him to try to get him back on, and he just kept ducking me and never hit me back. I tried to file a PayPal complaint because I pre-ordered Coming Home after that. In the winter of 2020. I pre-ordered Coming Home, which, you know, he got my measly $20 or whatever. we never fucking saw that album, and now he's talking about coming out with a rock band.
Yeah, he did say, I saw there was a post. I have since been blocked from his Facebook artist page, but I saw that there was a post that it's supposed to be coming out soon, allegedly. And he's working with new merch distributors, so apparently that is supposed to come out.
I hope so.
I can't speak on that. Because I really like that song. It's a good song.
Yeah, I agree. Like musically, the guy has talent, and it's obvious. We just as fans of him, we want to see him succeed, obviously, which is why you agreed to invest in him, right?
Right. And I mean, I'd been a fan for a long time. Like, we had chatted on Facebook Messenger for, I would say, years, on and off, just bullshitting and talking. And, I felt like I could trust him. I felt like I could support that. And I hadn't really heard about these other situations, that I've heard about since.
So let me.
I got a question. What's his management like? Does he do everything himself? Does he have?
He's 100% independent. It's all him. Yeah.
He don't have a manager or anything like that.
I don't.
I feel like that's what he needs. I feel like he needs.
Although I don't know. I don't know, but I believe it's all independent.
Yeah, the guy. I mean, I was nowhere near as big as a fan as Jokerr, as Keezy is, and but listening to him more and more, and after we interviewed him, I was like, man, this guy's got some, he's got some incredible talent. I mean, as far as hip hop rapping, he's one of the best Juggalo rappers I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Or I guess you could, lump him into that Juggalo kind of thing.
Sure.
I mean, and I was just like, yeah, this guy's incredible. But I just felt like he really didn't have it down on management. Like, he didn't really, he needs to kind of be dialed back, pulled back, or pushed.
He needs to have somebody telling him, like, hey, bro, like, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's focus on this. Let's make sure this happens.
And I can understand he wants complete creative control, but like, you need someone to help, like, to be that buffer to the audience.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
And, don't say this yet. Don't tell people this yet.
Yes.
That type of shit.
You're that for me. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, for real, like, he does need something. But so you gave him the money. He said, give me $2,000. I'll give you $2,400 back in a couple months. That was the deal, right?
Yes. Yep.
And then you hit him up several times over the course of the next year.
Right. And he said, I've got a project. Someone's coming in $7,000. I've got another project with distribution, $30,000. There's the fires in California, COVID, and I understand, I can be understanding of those things.
Right. Sure. COVID. He said he was getting a divorce, getting evicted.
Right.
It sounds like he's got some real personal shit going on. That said.
Right. And so I didn't want to throw something extra on top of that. But then eventually at one point I was like, look, like, I need you to do right by me. Like, we can set up a payment plan. We can do this in installments, but it's been a long time and I need that back. And he just never really responded to it.
I mean, even if he just agreed to give you your money back, I doubt you would have complained about that.
I said, I don't need like even the $400. I just want the initial, what I loaned you.
Like, right, bro. I'm not like your buddy that just let you borrow money, dude.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like I feel for him if he is going through some personal shit, but as a guy that's, first of all, like, I think it's kind of icky to even put it out there to ask for investments from your fans and shit. I think that's kind of, if you're trying to like big time and shit, which Jokerr seems to be always trying to do, like, I think it's kind of weird to like even put that call out for investors,
Right.
I think it's awesome. Like, I would be willing to put money toward someone I had faith in, so I could see myself doing that. So this isn't a slight on you by any means. But I just think, like, for him to even be asking that, it's already kind of like, really, bro? Like you don't have anybody else that's like putting the money into it to you. I guess it makes you wonder, like, where is he getting his money anyways? Like, what is he doing with this shit?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I see like I've seen his fucking pictures of his studio and shit. It's like, it's incredible.
He upgraded his studio twice since I've Yeah, he upgraded his studio twice. He moved. He had a separate condo that he turned into a studio, and then the Juggalo song, right?
Yeah.
He had it. Had it posted on World Star Hip Hop as Beat
Yeah.
Seekers.
And not
I
to
looked
mention
that
that
up.
that was a high quality video.
Right. That to post a video on World Star Hip Hop, I just checked. It's $8,000.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
This is kind of pissing me off more and more that I hear.
So then tell Carver and the listeners what he said about his Kanye meeting.
Oh, okay. So I don't really know what's going on with that, to be completely honest. But it's for his band, right? I don't want to give him a whole bunch of free publicity or anything, but yeah, I went public. And he said it was all lies, it was all slander. But all I did was I took a screen recording and I went through our chat log. So I didn't, I explained what the messages said. So he went into my DMs. He said he was going to threaten a slander lawsuit. He said that I was losing the best friend he could ever have. He swore at me, and he said, call me if you want to make this right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I call him and I ask, do you have a date? And I don't know if this is on what you recorded. I haven't actually watched the video that he posted yet. But I said, do you have a date by which you can pay me the money you owe me? And he responded aggressively. He said, no, he used the N-word. He said, I don't have a fucking date.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, we don't have anything to talk about. And he said, okay, bye. Hung up. He called me back. His tone is surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, significantly calmer.
Yeah.
Right? More laid back. He says, I'm sorry, I was speaking out of anger. And then he goes and he tells this,
Sob
COVID,
story.
my wife, et cetera, et cetera. I have this. And he said, I need to get more money from investors before I can pay you back. And I'm going in front of Kanye. I'm going in front of good music with this band, which I know nothing about. I don't know anything about that. Apparently he's mentioned it other places, but I don't know anything about it. And I got frustrated and I got annoyed of hearing like it's a Ponzi scheme, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I was literally about to
invest,
say that.
And then when I get the money back, I can invest in you.
Yep.
Or I can pay you back. And
This dude turned rap into a Ponzi scheme, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, like, is this meeting even a real meeting?
All right, so here's
maybe it is. But
here's I'll fill you guys in. From what I gathered, just from your video and I did watch his video of his conversation too. Which, by the way, Emery posted a 12-minute video with no cuts of him just scrolling through his shit, of their conversation and commentating. Like, here's what I'm saying. By the way, you were way too nice to him over this time.
yeah, I know. I feel really stupid.
It's okay. I'm like I said, man. I feel for you because I'm a similar way.
It's all lies, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you fabricate that?
You can't. So he's scrolling through. And by the way, Jokerr never once reached out to you to say like, hey man, just letting you know, sorry, it's been a while. I'm just letting you know I'm still working on it. I didn't forget about you. Even little shit like that, I think would have helped.
He reached out to tell me that PayPal locked his funds.
That's right.
So he needed me to refund it and send. And then at one point I tried to, and I said, well, I contacted PayPal, and they said it's already been withdrawn into a bank account. So
yep.
I was boned.
So
and
so
I should have known immediately there. I had suspicions.
So yeah, he sent the money. PayPal. He says PayPal locked the account. I need you to get the money back and then send it to me on this other account. Does that not just scream sketchy shit?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they were both his wife's accounts, by the way. They weren't his. Like, it wasn't a Jokerr account. It was, his wife's.
Maybe
account.
like if they are getting divorced, she's shaking him down, and he's just like is trying to just get money however he can.
I can't speak on
that. She doesn't. She
purely speculation.
I know. I that's all, dude. All our show. I don't know if you ever seen our show. It's all speculation. That's all we do is shit talk, man.
Okay.
But nevertheless, like, yeah. I don't know what the fuck that guy's going on money wise.
I mean, a lot of our shit's educated guesses. I mean, we're not, we're not just.
Mine is, the video I posted is literally just the logs, and there's his voice chat, and at one point he asked me to invest more when he had first announced the Juggalo project. Yeah. He's like, oh, go big. You already invested. Go bigger. I'm like,
Yeah, dude. Like, get
No.
the so let me ask you this: since you posted the video, have you heard from anyone else that invested or?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
have. I don't really want to put their information out there, but I've heard.
Don't put their
different
info,
things.
but I do want to know like if more people have had a similar experience.
So there's the woman who he always calls a crazy bitch.
Yes.
For who invested $20,000 or so.
Oof.
There.
But you've talked to
are
that
people-
woman?
Yeah, I've talked to her since then. He thought she was planning this, and she
Yeah,
was like,
that's what I gathered.
controlling all these puppet strings. But I didn't talk to her till after this.
Wow.
I mean, I had talked to her before I posted it, but we hadn't planned anything.
I see.
And I hadn't talked to her for like months.
I see.
Like I talked and I was like,
So
did something like this happen to you?
I was gonna say, can I ask, like, is there a Facebook group or something where there's like people who invested in the Jokerr and got scammed or something like that? Like, how do you even like interact with them? Or is this? Or is
Well,
that?
a lot of them have just messaged me because of this.
Okay.
Or he said, oh, you're just doing like what Massetti and what Massive Man did. You're just on, and I didn't know what they did.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
went to their Facebook and I saw their post and I was like, that's weird. So I messaged them and I heard about what happened with them, and all their stuff is public on their Facebook.
And it's all pretty similar.
Yeah, well, some of them is like Massetti lived with him,
Yeah.
right? Massive Man, it was more music related. Another guy said that he wasn't paid engineering fees. People have paid for verses, or people have paid for like mixing and mastering, and they were just like ran through an automator, or they were outsourced video editing, just like services that weren't rendered to the extent that he said they would be, or weren't rendered at all. And then I've heard, I don't know because we can't talk about it,
Purely
I've heard there are other
speculation.
people.
Purely
Yes.
speculation.
I've heard there are other people who he's had sign NDAs, so they can't even talk about it.
Oh wow.
So
So
I am looking to get in contact with people if they can provide proof.
okay.
And if you have proof, screenshot it now, because dude's probably cleaning house and deleting all these messages. So
Man.
I
So
wouldn't be surprised.
so have you talked to anybody other than the Scotland lady?
Yeah, I talked to Massetti. I talked
Okay.
to a guy who said that he's been owed some engineering fees. I've been talked to
Anyone
some
else
people.
is there anyone else that donated just as investors like you?
Not that I found yet, but this is also like less than a week.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to look into it.
Okay.
But, perhaps.
Okay.
I know he did the investor thing with the Coming Home album, but that was also for a product, and that can probably be, he can say, well, this product hasn't because of COVID.
Yeah.
I don't
of
think
course.
that's something that would be his. But maybe most people were smarter than I am and didn't just give this guy money.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I imagine he I imagine he probably made a pretty penny off of like his Coming Home merch drop and shit. You know, like
Oh, I'm
he had a
sure.
lot of shit on there, and it wasn't super expensive or anything. I know he has a decent amount of fans, so I have to think he made some money off of that. You know,
Yeah, something. You
So,
think?
it's just mind blowing that he just like what as you become like a public figure, even in the Juggalo world, like why would you start fucking people over? Don't you know that would come around? Like it's just wild to me, like that mindset, man. It's just so crazy.
I think he, honestly, and this is my opinion, I think he thinks either Juggalos are too stupid or too poor to get attorneys.
Yeah, that would make
Yeah.
sense. Nah, you're
Yeah.
probably right,
So-
man.
I mean, it was weird that he was dissing the whole scene for how long?
Yeah,
Years.
yeah, a couple years at least.
And
with
then all of a
dissing
sudden-
Juggalos and shit.
And then all of a sudden it was like 360, it was a 180,
Yeah.
whatever.
He was
And
he was on your guys', he was on Bagel Lovers.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was all over.
and then
Damage
it's like,
control.
and then damage control, and let me get some money from let me get some money from these saps.
The Joker is he's a very talented rapper and salesman.
Yeah.
He's
And
like
I would say engineer for his own music. for his own
sure,
music.
okay,
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
His mixing is pretty good.
He's a very like he just he oozes like that gross like salesman shit. You know what I mean? That's just all I'm like seeing and feeling when I talk about this shit.
A lot. I remember the interview we had with him. A lot of it was, you know, his sob story, but like that sob story. But I don't want to give you guys a sob story, but here's my sob story type of thing. And then, you know, a lot of it was like, you know, my God-given talent gives me this, gives me this over everybody else. I have this God-given talent.
He's very confident.
Yeah.
One other kind of side note, he recorded our phone call.
Yeah.
And California, where he lives, is a two-party consent state for recording. So I don't think that was legal.
Yeah.
I don't think he legally could record that call.
Yeah, man.
Which might be why the video is private now. I don't know.
I hope he saved it.
Or it could have been because literally every comment was dragging him.
Did you download it?
No one. Of course.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
I did, and then 4 or 5 other people.
Good. All right, man. Good.
I gotta download it.
Cover your ass, man. Yeah. That's good thinking. Man,
Yeah.
This guy's he's a real. I don't know, man. I hesitate to just shit talk him, but it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's weird because most people with like that kind of artistic talent, usually that's all they put their energy into. And this guy seems like he knows some, Jokerr seems like he knows a lot about law. He knows a lot about scamming and scheming and, it's like
he works with, like he did a video with Ari the Rugged Man recently. He recorded that video.
Okay.
He works with Gmo, right? He does stuff with Mega Ran. He's done stuff, I think he and Loki are homies. Like he knows people, and I'm sure he doesn't screw them over.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, he's a real wild card, man. Like I don't know. I honestly actually invited him to come back on the show about maybe two months ago. I sent him a message, like kind of salty. I was like, hey, if you want to come on my show to talk about where coming home is, I think you have whatever. I said I think you should tell the Juggalos what's going on with that. And like, he eventually messaged me back like, okay, I'll come on or whatever. I literally never even bothered responding. I'm like, I honestly don't want to even give him a platform anymore. Like, he's just gonna talk out of his ass the whole time, anyways. So I don't know. Whatever. You got my $20, Jokerr. Good job. So that'll be the last. Whatever.
A lot of times these people, create people like him, or they create like excuses and for everything they do.
Yeah.
It's almost a mental illness. They'll, well, I had to do this. I'll get them back, and they really think in their mind that they're gonna, redeem and do all this, but it's always on the back burner. It's always on the back end of everything.
Yeah, I was going to mention this. He said about the Kanye thing. From what I gathered from y'all's conversations, he said that he had a meeting set up with Kanye's like management or whatever to, I don't know. What do you do?
Pitch his band.
Yeah, pitch your band.
Pitch his band for Kanye to sign him?
Yeah. That's what I said. I was like, he's fucking delusional if he thinks that would work out.
Dude, Kanye, like Kanye gives a fuck right now about someone like Jokerr.
Exactly, dude. That's
like he's getting divorced. He's having problems with his kids. Like Kanye could give a fuck less about Jokerr.
Yeah, like I don't know what he would think would come out of that meeting. Hey, I will say the Jokerr. I listened to. He released at the last gathering. He released an online, like kind of prelude to coming home, and it had a Jester is the name of the band. At the end of the album, he's like Joker, pretty much like Joker's over. Now I'm doing Jester. It's my new band. Here it is. And like then there's a song by Jester at the end, and it's like way overproduced, like crazy music, like orchestra. He's got like a fucking symphony orchestra type shit. You know what I mean? Like, bro, who do you think's buying this shit? Just rap your ass off like you already know how to do and pump some decent shit out. What the fuck is taking so long, dude? You don't need investors to put out good music.
Yeah.
Apparently he's doing another diss album.
Yeah, like
And
what?
there might be a disc for me on that. Who
I
knows
hope
at this
you get,
point?
I hope you get one, bro. That'd be great.
It's a $2,000 personal customized disc track. Huh?
That's all it costs. Yeah, that's hilarious. All right, I won't. We don't have to keep dwelling on the Joker and shit. I did want to talk to you about some Juggalo shit too.
Yeah.
So by the way, loving the Ringmaster hat.
Oh, thank you.
So you are Juggalo, right? You're not just a Joker
Absolutely.
fan. All right.
Yes, I'm a Juggalo. I've been
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was just about to ask how long you been down.
It's like 6th or 7th grade, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Found
how old are you?
How old am I? I turned 30 this year.
Okay.
In September.
Okay. So you got a good 20 years of Juggalo.
Yeah, a good chunk. I would say around 2003, 2004
Okay.
is when I heavily became Juggalo. Found some songs that my brother had downloaded, Create Malenko, dating game, etc. The netting game, spelled wrong.
Of course.
And so I hopped on Kazaa and looked for more. And yeah, it just eventually bloomed into this wonderful subculture we have. It's such a wild ride.
Yeah, we know, man. We get it.
Yeah, met my best friends. They're not really into the music anymore, but
Yeah.
we're still friends, and just met a lot of really cool people and had a lot of really cool experiences because of ICP and Star Carnival and Juggalos.
Hell yeah, dude. So, where are you from?
I'm from Nebraska, Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
Lincoln, Nebraska. Yeah.
Neat. How was that?
I mean, it was okay. I don't know. Well, I guess I live in Seoul now, so it was small.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a small town. But it was okay.
Okay.
I didn't really know anything different, but
No, I got you.
I gotta ask, do you run into any Juggalos, ICP fans in Seoul?
I
Like
did
natives?
once when I no. I've been trying so hard. Oh my gosh, that would be like my dream come true to find a Korean Juggalo, but not yet.
Yeah.
So if anyone knows any Juggalos in Korea, please have them contact me.
That's awesome. So have you ever been able to go somewhere and buy a Juggalo item in Korea?
No, I have to do mail forwarding.
Yeah. Do they? I mean,
Yeah.
they gotta have like record stores and shit with American shit, right?
They do, but I've never seen. I've looked every single time, but I've never seen any ICP stuff. I haven't even seen like Juggalo adjacent stuff like
Yeah.
Tech 9.
Really?
None of it. No.
So it's all it's
Yeah.
all fucking BTS, right?
Yeah, actually, my girlfriend is like BTS Army, like so.
Hell yeah.
She doesn't really get the Juggalo thing, but she gets the Juggalo thing.
Yeah, I mean BTS Army. Like my daughter
Yes.
she was super into BTS for like a year, and for whatever reason she dropped out of it. But like it's cool, man. Like they got they treat each other like family, and it's a
They
cool
got
little
meetups. They got like they meet and hang out and let's watch the concerts, and yeah,
I'm
it's
sure
very similar.
I'm sure my wife would know what you guys are talking about, but I have no clue. What's BTS?
They're a 7-member Korean boy band.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
dude, a couple of them can rap
The
their
most-
fucking asses off though.
They can, yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
information. My wife taught in Seoul
Okay.
for 2 years, and that's actually where I met her. The first 7 months of our relationship was online while she was living in Korea.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How'd you like Seoul?
She liked it. I think it was the last 6 or 7 months. She had some issues with some people that worked with her.
Yeah.
But
I
other
can see that
than
happening.
that, she liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a very, very interesting story to tell for how you guys met.
Yeah, it was interesting. She was home. She was on on vacation, and she was visiting the state, coming back home, and that's where I met her. And then, as soon as we met, she was basically going back to finish out her contract.
Oh man.
Yeah, so we pretty much hooked up, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, you got to go back to Korea. Well, I guess I have to get all this online,
Right.
I have to get online now, and
Mhm.
but it was good. It was cool.
So how'd you end up going out there?
So actually, I studied here when I was in university, like 10 years ago.
Okay.
In 2011. I studied in a smaller city, and I really liked it, and I just wanted to come back.
So
after
wait, why did you go there to begin with then to study? Like, what's the point?
just exchange
Oh.
semester.
Okay.
Wanted to go somewhere.
Just curious.
Yeah, it's pretty common
It was
for.
cool.
It sounds
Yeah.
awesome. I'm not judging. I really,
Yeah, no,
I'm
Korea-
jealous. I
Korea's
think.
a really cool place.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's common. A lot
Actually-
of people do that. They'll
Yeah.
go to teach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool, man. I mean,
I
Go ahead.
started off in a really, really tiny, like rural town in Korea, and working at a government, at a school. And then I moved to Seoul, and I'm working at like a private institution now
so how long have you been there?
since 2018.
Okay. Cool. You,
So all of this happened while I was in Korea. Yeah.
okay. have you learned Korean while you've been there?
I'm studying.
Okay.
I'm getting better, but I would not say I know Korean by any means. I can have basic conversations.
Is your girlfriend Korean?
Yeah, she's Korean.
Nice. Cool. That's cool. So she could just kind of translate for you if you guys are out and about, right? That's
Yeah,
handy.
but I mean, for most things that I ever like need to talk to people about like that, I can usually get by.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'm fascinated by that shit, man. I know this isn't Juggalo adjacent. I just think it's cool.
Yeah, well, my wife said it's pretty easy to get around in Seoul
Yeah,
without
it
knowing
is.
Korea.
Yeah.
it's-
A lot of people probably speak English too, because Americans are dumb fucks, and we don't learn two languages.
Well, and everyone, English is a global language. So
Yeah.
it's but I have been trying to learn because I don't want to have to rely on that. So
So what does so do you how is your I'm building up to something, but how much Juggalo shit do you listen to like normally these days?
I have some friends that I think are watching this right now, and they're probably like, "This guy won't shut the fuck up about ICP." Like, I really like ICP. I don't like Twisted as much anymore, and it's not so much like the split or the beef. It's just the music.
We get it.
But no, I would say if not every day, definitely multiple times a week.
Okay. Well, the reason I was asking that is because I'm curious. You don't know anybody in Korea who's a Juggalo, but I'd be curious to see how your Korean girlfriend would react to you always listening to Juggalo shit. I'm curious what she thinks about it.
I mean, she just thinks of it like, oh, this is what I do with BTS. This is what he does with ICP.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we kind of got that dynamic where it may not be the same kind of music, but we understand.
Okay. Does she like?
There's actually
Oh, go ahead. No, please go.
there's one song she really likes. She loves the staleness.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't know why. but
That's
she likes the
interesting.
staleness.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a great one to
Okay.
like.
I love it. I listened to it yesterday. Yeah, it's a great song.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, that's cool. That's just a weird one to kind of pick out, but I like that. That's cool. At least she has taste. That's a great fucking song.
Right. It's one of my favorites.
Mhm.
I was pleasantly surprised when she said that.
So, what's your favorite BTS song?
I don't know, mic drop.
Okay.
One of the mic drops they have.
Okay, I'm not familiar with those.
One of the rap heavy ones.
Okay,
Yeah.
hell yeah. What about? Do you like? Does she like Stray Kids?
I don't know about that.
Okay. my daughter was super into Stray. They're another crazy.
Okay.
I thought their music slapped hard. Like they're similar. It's all the same. Like there's 20 bands like that. But
Yeah.
Stray Kids slap, bro. They got some fucking bangers. Highly recommend checking that shit out.
Well, a lot of that music is based off American pop music, is it not?
Yeah, I think they've kind of taken their own lane, but originally, yeah, it was
Yeah.
very in sync. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's kind of the formula. They have the singer, they have the dancers, and they have the rappers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
But
That's
these
cool.
guys, like their label when they first started out wasn't like one of the big labels. Like they basically made their label a big label
Yeah.
because they blew up.
Yeah. They're like, I mean, for those who don't know about BTS, like it's literally like an international sensation. Like they've broken literally every single musical record over the past like 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, Korean pop music has been like, I mean, it's been like that for a long time now.
Yeah.
I mean, for a good
Yeah.
decade, it's been.
There's Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
And, Snoop Dogg did the song with Girls' Generation, and
Mm-hmm.
he did a song with Psy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the Hallyu, the Korean wave.
And I know there for a while, Korean horror movies were coming out, and they
Yeah.
were pretty. You know,
I mean, shit, Parasite won Best Picture just like 2 years ago.
yeah,
You know?
Yeah, Parasite's a good film. I like Old Boy. That's my
Yeah.
My go-to movie.
That movie is very
Fuck,
dope.
yeah, the Korean one, not the
Yes.
remake.
Yeah. I
Yes.
never watched
Yeah.
it.
Oh, but I remember watching that the first time when my buddy showed me that. I was like, what the fuck are we watching?
If y'all
dude?
don't know about what Old Boy,
Oh, my
find the
goodness.
Korean Old Boy and watch that shit. It is fucking dope.
It's great and disturbing.
Don't
and
give
just
anything away.
So many things.
don't
man.
don't look anything up or anything. Just go seek it out.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's got a little bit of everything in that movie.
The music, the score is amazing.
Yeah, the
as well.
score. I
Yeah.
mean, there's some action scenes that are really good. All kinds of shit. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I love
psy-
that movie.
The psychological fucking terror that just that it oh yeah. Fucking Old Boy, man.
I watched a movie, another Korean movie last year, or it was when my daughter was in her K-pop phase. She wanted to watch Korean movies and shit. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I watched one called The Host. It was a scary movie.
The Host. Yeah, that's made. I think that was made by the same guy that did Parasite.
Yeah,
I
it
wanna
is.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about like a big like monster that came out of the sea and is like eating people and like, but it has this weird like almost like detective plot because it kidnaps like a girl and shit. It's crazy. It's a fucking nuts movie, bro. But
Oh man, yeah. I'll give any Korean movie like a thriller, horror, whatever a chance.
yeah,
you
it's
know?
nuts. Hell yeah. All right.
When the first time I was over here as a student, I went to a DVD bong, like a DVD room, which I found out that's actually where people go to like hook up to fuck. But I didn't know that. I just wanted to see a movie, so I went
It's funny.
and I watched this movie called I Saw the Devil, Ang Moro Boata, and it's got the same guy from Old Boy, but he's the villain in this. He's like a serial killer. It's crazy.
Yeah?
That movie's wild. Yeah.
It's called I Saw the Devil.
I Saw the Devil.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
have
I'm
to
gonna
keep-
check that out.
And it scared the shit out of me. I was like, someone's gonna kidnap me and murder me.
What?
Like, usually movies don't scare me like that.
Were there
but
Were there people fucking around you?
if they did, if there were, I couldn't hear.
Okay,
them.
good,
I couldn't
good.
hear them. But probably, yeah. In other rooms. Probably.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how that shit
I-
worked.
I told my friends, I was like, yeah, I saw the devil on the DVD bong. They all just laughed.
I'm gonna have to check that out because this is coming from somebody who saw Old Boy and is telling
Yeah.
me that this movie's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
It's got this. I mean, it's fucked up in a different way.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll seek that shit out.
It's got the same guy.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up.
In fact, there's another movie made by the same guy who made Old Boy with the main actor as the villain that kills kids.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing
Lady
about.
Vengeance. Lady Vengeance. There's like a
Yeah.
trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew there was like a trilogy or something with that, and I never saw the other ones. But yeah.
All right, bro. Well, do you have any? Well, we'll let you go. We've been holding you up for a while. And what? Shit, it's probably like midnight there, right?
It's 1:30.
God
Oh,
damn.
wow.
Was there anything else you wanted to share? I mean, have you had? Have you been to the gathering, or have you had any other like cool Juggalo moments you want to share with us before we let you go?
I've been to the gathering a couple times.
Okay.
I would really like to make it this year if I can. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm trying. I'm gunning for it.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, I went in 2014 and 2018. I hung out in the Fagel Lovers Village
Okay,
with all the group of people from the forum. We all just hung out.
that's cool.
Those people are cool. I don't really go to Fagel Lovers very much anymore.
Yeah.
But I still have love for Scotty.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean Juggalo. Ever since I've become a Juggalo, it's been a part of my life. Never met ICP, surprisingly.
Okay.
But both years I went to the gathering, their meet and greet got canceled. They were sick or something.
Ah,
It
that
happens.
sucks.
But I met a lot of Juggalos, and that's made up for it.
Hell yeah, dude. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
always the best part.
Mhm.
For
Yeah.
sure. All right, that's what's up, man. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to come on the show and hang out with us and tell us your Jokerr story and shit. And I hope you could get some sort of end to that story that is good for you. So we're rooting for you.
All right, I appreciate it.
But-
If anyone's out there and they have a story similar to mine or something else that happened to you, and you have proof, please reach out on Facebook. It's just Emery Pig.
Okay.
You know, trying to see if I'm the only one or not.
Yeah. Seriously, if any Juggalos have been fucked over by the Jokerr at all, like you can reach out to us. We'll reach out to Emery if you can't find him or whatever. So, let's figure this shit out because we can't be having this motherfucker.
Yeah, let's expose this slime.
All right, Emery, thanks for hanging out, bro. Seriously, you're
thank
cool.
you.
You're cool as fuck. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. We appreciate you hanging out, and thanks for hanging, dude.
All right, man. Nice to meet
Thanks
you.
for
Have a
having
good
me.
one,
I
buddy.
appreciate it. You guys have a nice day.
Thanks, man. You too. See you.